Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum students. I hope you are doing well. Please take out your new Oxford Modern English. You should also have your rough notebook and pencils with you. Before we begin, sit properly and be attentive. If you miss something, just pause the video and watch the slide again and listen carefully. This is not just a video. We are going to learn together. Okay? Let's start. The content of today's lecture is as follows. First, we are going to read the poem Stopping by Wood on a Snowy Evening by Robert Frost, which is on the page number 18 of the book Gnome. After reading the poem, we are going to understand the meanings of some difficult words. Then we will do the paraphrasing. Afterwards, we are going to solve the exercises B1 and B2 on page number 20. And at the end, I will give you the homework. First, we will see who is the poet of this poem. The poem was written by Robert Lee Frost, who was a famous English poet. He was born in San Francisco. He was a poet, a teacher, and also a farmer. Robert Frost's poetry is known for its simple, natural language that often reflects rural life and nature. Frost liked peaceful places, and his poems show that. Before starting the poem, I would like to ask you a few questions. Have you ever seen snowfall? Do you know what snowflakes look like? Can you see the snowflakes on this screen? Have you seen a forest? Did you ever ride a horse? You might not have seen the snow or a forest in real life, but you have probably seen them in a movie or a cartoon show. Okay, let's move on to the poem, where we will see a man riding a horse through a forest in the snowfall. Poetry is a special kind of writing. It is different from a story or an essay. Story is written in sentences and paragraphs, while poem is written in verses and stanzas. Now listen carefully. Whose words these are, I think I know. His house is in the village though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near, between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sounds the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Did you notice how smooth it sounds? That is because poetry has rhythm. Now, what is rhythm? Rhythm is the repetition of the same word or the repetition of the words with the same sound. Similarly, in this poem, we also have the words with the same sounds. These are the rhyming words like no, snow, shake, mistake, flake, deep, keep, sleep. This repetition creates the musical effect of the poem. Now we will going to understand the meanings of some difficult words. The first word is woods, which means small forest. Then there is queer, which means strange. Farmhouse, a house on a farm. Darkest evening, very dark winter night. Harness, leather straps to control a horse. Harness bells, small bells attached to the horse's harness. Sweep, a soft, smooth, moving sound. Downy, soft, and light. Okay, now let's do the paraphrasing. By paraphrasing, I mean I'm going to explain the poem in simple English. In first stanza, the speaker or the poet thinks he knows who owns the forest, but the owner lives in the village and is not there. So he stops quietly to watch the snow falling in the woods without being seen. In the next stanza, the poet is talking about his horse. He says that my horse finds it strange to stop in such a lonely place because there is no house nearby. They are standing between a forest and a frozen lake on the darkest night of the year. In the third stanza, the horse just shakes his bells and he wants to remind the poet that he might have stopped here in the forest by mistake. The forest is peaceful and lovely. In the last stanza, we come to know that the forest is peaceful and lovely, but the man remembers that he has promises and responsibilities, so he must continue his journey. The poem shows how beautiful and peaceful nature can be. The woods covered with snow look calm and magical. Now, this poem also have a deeper meaning. The journey of the poet represent the journey of life. Though there are many things in life which are beautiful, which we want to stay and watch, but we have promises to keep, we have duties to fulfill before we sleep. What does sleep represent in the poem? It can also represent the death. If the poem represents the journey of life, then sleep represent death. So before our death, before the end of our journey, we have to fulfill our responsibilities. Now I am going to ask you a few questions to judge your understanding of the poem. In order to answer them, read the poem again. Question 1. Where does the owner of the woods live? Why does the horse think it is strange to stop there? Why does the speaker not stay in the woods? Let's move on. Open your book to page 20 because we are going to solve exercises B1 and B2 that have to do with suffixes. What is a suffix? A suffix is a letter or group of letters added at the end of a word to change its meaning or its form. Examples: kind, kindness. Ness is the suffix. It changes the word into the noun. Teach, teacher. Teach is action, while teacher is the person who does the action. Okay, let's do the exercise B1 on page 20. Add the suffix y to these words. First word is fluff. When we will add the suffix y, it will become fluffy. Fun will become funny. Leaf will become leafy. Sugar will become sugary. Bend will become bendy. Okay. Exercise B2. Add the suffix y to the following where possible. Not all the words take the suffix y. So check in a dictionary, check your spelling change. When we will add the suffix y, red will become ruddy. It will not become ready, it will become ruddy. Run will become runny. Shade will become shady. Close and shout, both words will remain the same. They will not change. Next word, thorn will become thorny. Weight will become weighty. Cold will remain the same, it will not change. Snow will become snowy. And sun will become sunny. Now, I'm going to give you homework. Please note down the instructions for the homework. First, write down date. Then write down homework at the top of the page. Write down the lesson number, lesson name. Draw the margin lines. Your writing should be neat and clear. do your homework on Neat Notebook. Your homework is do exercise B1 and B2 of page number 20 on your Neat Notebook. Okay? Thank you. Allah Hafiz.